All right, so this, we have the Chariot. The first thing I get is that your soul has traveled through different lifetimes um, as a psychic, or, we could say a spiritual worker, religious order worker, or someone with spiritual gifts and, of spiritual service through several lifetimes. I was getting three. Here we see four people, so it could be three or four, um, different lives like that. And it says peaks of joy. Okay, well, so your spiritual lives have given you a lot of joy, um, for the most part, but I do feel like this one specific lifetime is a bit more tragic. That yeah. So we have the Page of Swords. Okay, now this could be it. Let's see. This is like there's some issue that you had to deal with, that the sword, some problem that came up, that a friend, maybe even a friend or someone you thought was a friend, may have sort of tattled on you, or not that you did anything, but they may have sort of turned on you, betrayed you. Oh, interesting. Playfulness comes up, and playfulness is something I feel like they want you to experience now anyway. Like, so there's a little extra nod to that. But yeah, I feel like you were in this group of friends or fellow spiritual workers that one of them betrayed you. So this could even trigger like trust issues. Trusting, yeah, that could be another thing that's triggered relating to this. Okay, then we have the Hermit and the Wizard of Awareness. So yeah, so I feel like this is like the I don't know what to call him, like the head priest or leader of this order. I feel like it was a religious order, but it was kind of mystical, kind of like nothing like what we know today. It's a religion. It's more like with the use of magic and conjuring. It's like not traditional religious type stuff of today. So it could have been in Egypt, or it could have been in some in some other ancient culture and area, but I do feel like it was in one of these major sites where that holds all this high vibrational energy. Anyway, I feel like some friend or someone fellow spiritual worker tattled on you or said something that wasn't true, betrayed you, and this leader of that order really came down hard on you and did some sort of magic to take away your powers. I don't think it was fully successful, but it was to some extent. And I almost get this feeling like you may have been banished from, this mystery school or whatever, this order of spiritual people. So yeah, it does look like it was pretty intense, and it does look like you were learning, like a school. Okay, and then you've got the Queen of Wands. So this is really you with your power. You have the power now. It's not affected by this past life, but you're definitely strengthening your gifts, and it's triggering these memories. The new and waxing moon. So yeah, your gifts are expanding. They're developing more. And as you're opening up, some memories are coming to the surface. Maybe that's that whole triggering thing I was getting in the beginning. Which is causing you to remember this stuff. the King of Wands, and Aquamarine. Divine life purpose. Trust the signs and the inner guidance which are leading you to fulfillment. You are going towards fulfillment in your spiritual gifts. And yes, what you're picking up is absolutely fact. It's true. However, it doesn't have any it doesn't bear anything on, your gifts now. It's not affected. You're not affected by it, but the memories are just coming back. This makes me think of people gathered around to listen to a story from the old days. So, it's sort of like your subconscious is coming up with this, these true life stories that you've experienced. And it's a way to help heal it. It's a way to help heal these memories. Maybe there's some pain from it that's still being worked out. So, but it is your life purpose to be a spiritual worker. Okay. Now, let's move on. Okay. So, now, this is about your eye contact with people. So, how to get rid of it, and what is the reason behind it. Okay. So, this is going to be kind of like how to get rid of it. And what I'll do is I'll put the last one as like how will there be any improvement in the future with that, okay? And I'll put some cards here and there. I feel like that's what we should put down. Okay. So you've got, the Devil card. So, okay, this is going to be describing like why this is the way it is. The Devil and Deep Freeze. So, yeah, I mean, things that are below the surface with people that they try to hide things about themselves that they don't want people to know in a devious way, then they would be intimidated by seeing your gifts within your eyes. It's like they know, they can at least feel like, oh my gosh, she can see within my soul. I just got a message too, by the way, that's part of what happened with that past life where your gifts were affected, because you did see something, and that's why the other person made up a story, because they didn't want to get found out. All right. Gotta chill. The Seven of Pentacles. Well, this is sort of like analyzing. So maybe part of you also at the same time, similar to that, but in a different way, that you may feel judged, or, that people are, what are they thinking of you, And then we have Sad Embrace. Your heart is very deep, and, you have that compassion for people that you don't want them to feel intimidated or awkward. So, you've got this side of you that just wants to be respectful and therefore, not looking in the eye. But it's respectful to look in the eye. It's okay. All right. And the Tower. And Answered Prayer. Okay. Well, the Tower. I mean, this is like afraid of something. maybe part of you is having this sort of self-consciousness, like maybe I'll perceived as not doing a good job if they're really looking directly in my eyes. Could be fear of that, fear of judgment. This here, I'm looking at her, she's got this black belt. It reminds me of like someone, like if people will think you're good enough, or by being able to look more directly at you. Here's advice, okay? The King of Cups and the Bone Collector. So the advice to you is, well, the King of Cups, now look at him. He's around a bunch of people. So it's like push beyond your feelings and just look and practice looking at people in their eyes. You can take it slow, but to be direct in that way, in that regard. And they're saying that, look, there's some props of faces. Practice by looking in the mirror or at yourself, or looking at, I don't know, images of people or pictures or something. You can practice in those ways. And you're going to find it's going to be better. It's going to get better, okay? Here's how things will change. With this, we'll get better. Oops. Oh, yeah, 3 of Wands. And Spring. It's definitely going to improve. You're going to be able to face this more directly, and it's going to be, you're going to feel good. It's going to feel comfortable. So, one step at a time, practice working on it. And it's you awakening in your power, in your strength, in your courage. So it's just part of this learning process. Oops. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Almost dropped the phone. Okay. Let's see. Now, the last one, before I run out of time here, is, okay, about the celibate life. And, okay, let's see. Well, I mean, we can ask, are you meant to be in a romantic soulmate relationship, or are you meant to stay celibate? We could just do it like that and just see what comes up. And I'm going to do this, well, I think I'm going to condense this because of the time. So what I'll do is 1, 2, 3, I'll put 4. So some just general messages, advice and outcome. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to put one from here. I didn't use this much, and I think I'll put one from that. And then let's put another one from here, and then let's do another one from here. Okay. Temperance. I have to do a little fast because we're going fast here. The time. So this is divine intervention. This is like God energy. Temperance is like, a little bit of this and that. So it's saying, you could be a God and be of service to God, and be of, in your own romantic relationship as well. Queen of Cups, you're going to fall in love. You are going to be in a loving relationship. Listening, you will. There's a partner for you, a soulmate. Absolutely. Okay, advice, the Moon. Intense feelings. You're uncertain at this time. True. There's you may feel guilty about being in love, like romantic love. There's no need to feel guilty about it. You can love God and love a romantic partner simultaneously. Okay, the big answer is the 10 of Swords. So there's going to be an ending to this celibacy. You can see there's a couple. Look at that. Laying there together in the water. Dolphin. You are going to be in romantic love. That is your destiny. You're still going to have your spiritual life. That's no problem. Okay, sweetheart. Thank you so much.